Are you ready to finally make our website responsive and make everything work? As promised, we will code JavaScript today. We will review some basics and explain how we can interact with HTML using JavaScript. Without any further delay, let's dive into it. Before starting, inside our main.js, remove everything and make sure to remove the onClick attribute on the button. Okay, let's make sure that whenever the icons are clicked, something happens. So, on the X mark, add the onClick attribute and name the function close menu. Now, let's create the function in JavaScript. Inside the function, to have a visual confirmation that something is happening, we will not always alert something. Instead, let's console.log something to the browser console. This just means that whenever the X mark is clicked, we will display a message in the console. Next, in the HTML, let's add a hide nav to the navigation menu and edit its CSS accordingly. But remember, we only need to hide the navigation menu when the viewport is small, so we write that inside the media query. Let's add an opacity of 0, translated along the x-axis by 60 pixels, and most important, we remove all pointer events so this element becomes invisible to the mouse. If you remember, we had an hover effect and pointer cursor applied to the element and its children. Adding pointer events to none will disable those. To make the transition smooth, add by default a transition to the nav elements. Great. Now, let's just make sure that the bars are visible when the nav is hidden and the X mark is visible when the nav is shown. In the HTML, move the hide icon class to the X mark to show the bars. Now, add a function for the bars so whenever they are clicked, we have something happening too. Name it Open Menu. Awesome. Now we have to target the necessary elements so that we can interact with them. In this case, we have 3 elements involved: the bars, the X mark, and the navigation menu. Let's target each of them using document.querySelector. This just tells JavaScript to search inside the document the element we pass as reference. Since bars here already have class FA bars, we can use that to target them. We don't use the FA solid here because remember that X mark 2 has FA solid. Now, target all necessary elements and save them inside variables so that we can use them later. Remember the name variable in our first interaction with JavaScript? It's the same concept here. We save the element we need so we can use it later. This time, instead of a name, it's an HTML element. Now, inside Open Menu function, let's console.log each element. Yes, we can do that in JavaScript. Now click the bars and see our 3 elements. Now, let's add some logic inside the Open Menu function. First, remove the hide icon class from X mark. Second, add the hide icon class to the bars. Third, show the navigation menu. Here's how we do that. We will use X mark, then target hide icon class attached to it, and remove that. If you save and click the bars, it will show the X mark but not hide the bars. We need to hide the bars now. Now do the same with the close menu but reverse the logic. Now our hamburger menu is coming to life. Let's fix the nav. And there you have it. It's pretty self-explanatory, but always feel free to ask if you have any question. Now, on mobile, we should only have 1 column for the sections, right? So let's fix that. This is the mobile version of our website. How do you feel about this? We could also implement media queries for tablets or landscape view. I trust you on that. For our next video, we will see how to add images to give a bit of color and how to create forms inside HTML to make it look presentable. For now, stay safe and keep learning.